I am reading this article from my blog, link in the description. Feeling tired after praying in tongues. Is it normal to feel tired after praying in tongues? Yes, it is normal to feel tired after praying in tongues. Even though it was the Holy Spirit praying through you, your facial muscles were in use, which makes you tired. The position you are in when you are praying in tongues also contributes in making you tired. If you are walking around while speaking in tongues, you will definitely feel tired afterwards. Since our physical body is involved when we are praying in tongues, it is normal to feel tired after praying. Feeling tired after praying in tongues, major contributors. 1. Praying loudly. If you love praying in tongues loudly, be prepared for overwhelming exhaustion after the prayer session. Speaking out loud consumes a lot of energy than you would imagine. It is the nature of speaking in tongues to get sweeter the more you engage in it. If you begin praying in a low tone, before you know it, you will be speaking out loud. It is hard to keep a low tone when you pray in tongues for long. I only managed to keep my voice low for a few minutes. Shortly into the prayer, I get loud. The vigor it takes to speak out syllables aloud definitely makes you tired. 2. Walking around while praying in tongues. I don't know where the culture of walking around when praying in tongues came from, but I must say it is sweet. Sometimes it feels impossible not to walk around when you speak in tongues. If you are praying from your room, you may have a short distance to walk to and fro. But if you are in an open field or in a large hall, you are guaranteed to miles of quote-unquote footage. I used to attend a prayer night vigil in a church with my friends. We would mostly speak in tongues and go home in the morning tired. We would walk around while speaking in tongues to avoid falling asleep. Imagine walking around while praying in tongues for about 4 hours non-stop. How many miles of walking are those? Tell me if you will not feel tired after such a session of praying in tongues. Pacing to and fro is one of the major contributors of feeling tired after speaking in tongues. 3. Speaking in tongues in an odd position. I don't know what happens sometimes when you speak in tongues. You take very weird positions and they feel great. If you have a tendency to speak in tongues in weird positions, be assured you will feel tired afterwards. Speaking in tongues while lying on the floor may seem comfortable, but it drains your energy fast. It's uncomfortable. Those who speak in tongues while kneeling are also guaranteed to feel tired after the prayer session. Kneeling is my preferred position when I am speaking in tongues. Sometimes my knees become so numb that standing up becomes a problem. I once saw a friend of mine speak in tongues while pushing against the wall. He was pushing so hard you will think it was a truck stuck in the mud. It is obvious that after such a session of praying in tongues, you will feel tired. 4. Speaking in tongues while fasting. When you fast and speak in tongues, you are guaranteed to feel tired. The times when I speak in tongues while fasting, I usually sit, but still I feel so tired. Fasting drains your energy. Your body becomes weak because you have not eaten. Add to it the strain of speaking in tongues, and you have a concoction of exhaustion from another planet. You feel tired to your bone marrow. Whenever I speak in tongues while fasting, I avoid vigorous movements and odd positions. 5. Launching deep into the Spirit. It is not only the physical aspects of praying in the Spirit that make you tired. The spiritual aspects make you tired too. Anytime you launch deep into the spiritual realm, you end the prayer session exhausted. Launching deep into the spiritual realm takes a lot of physical energy. If you usually pray in tongues fervently for long, you must have experienced exhaustion that comes from engaging deep in the spiritual realm. The activities we do in the spiritual realm translate into the physical. If we work so hard in the spiritual realm, we feel tired physically. Feeling tired after praying in tongues, the beauty. While feeling tired is not always a good feeling, it is a sign of great things if you feel it after praying in the Spirit. First, it shows that you have sowed a seed. Planting is never easy, By speaking in tongues, you plant spiritual seeds. Just the same way people get tired after planting in the physical, those who sow in the spiritual feel tired too. Whenever you are tired after speaking in tongues, know that you have done good work. Remember, the Bible tells us that whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Second, feeling tired after praying in tongues shows that you are fervent in your prayer. Believe it or not, there are prayers that appear diligent before God and those that appear lazy. When Jesus was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, we are told that he prayed fervently because he was in distress. You must have noticed that sometimes you speak in tongues, but it feels as if you are pretending. Other times you attack it with all your energy, knowing your life depends on it. Fervent prayer sessions always leave you feeling tired. Third, feeling tired after praying in tongues shows that your spirit is stronger than your flesh. Feeling tired is only a bad feeling to our flesh. Since our spirit and our flesh contend, you will know your spirit triumphed over your flesh if you feel tired in the flesh. When your flesh is tired, your spirit has an easy time to engage in spiritual matters. Feeling tired after speaking in tongues. Conclusion. Feeling tired after speaking in tongues is almost unavoidable. You can take measures to minimize it, but if you make fervent prayers, feeling tired is a guarantee. The best you can do is focus on making fervent prayers rather than how tired you feel afterwards. After all, being tired after praying in tongues is a sign of good things. Launch deep into the Spirit.